Next, we go ahead in what looks like he is in the passenger seat of a luxury automobile. Joining us from Las Vegas, Gabriel Flores Jr. via Stockton, California. Gabriel, unmute yourself. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Gabe, welcome. And you know, obviously you've been pro for about 3-4 years at this point. You've progressed, but Jason Velez represents on paper by far the toughest test of your career. Do you see it that way? And what do you see from Jason Velez and sort of what he's accomplished throughout his career?
It's on paper. He's my toughest opponent. And yeah, he is going to be my toughest opponent, but I've done a lot of great training. I'm super in shape. As what they say, the training camp is what makes the fights easy. And so I just feel like I'm going to go in there, I'm going to perform and show that I'm ready for the next level.
And it looks like Stockton and Northern California are in the house right now. So Marshall Harris, CBS Sacramento, please unmute yourself and go ahead when ready.
Gabriel, just getting your thoughts on obviously every time you fight, it's such a grind and a build up to get to fight day. How excited are you for the fight, and how much do you hope to represent just the city of Stockton in everything that you do, including this weekend? Super
excited. I can't wait just to be in the moment and perform and put on a show for the city, because when I win, we all win. So I'm always out there fighting with the city on my trunks. So I'm always representing big time for my city and for Northern California.
And just what's the difference in this fight, the biggest one? I mean, you fought so many times already, but what distinguishes this particular fight for you as you reset?
It's a big stage under the Oscar Valdez and Pacquiao. It's a big card, so I'm on the undercard, co-main event. So I'm going out to show out, and every fight I get better and better. We watch tapes, we make sure we fix our mistakes, and we watch our opponents, and we make sure we'll capitalize on everything they do.
Thank you so much, Marshall. And we go back to Stockton. We go to stay in Stockton, California, where I know Gabe already sold out an 11,000-seat arena. That was 2 years ago, so God knows what he can sell in Stockton and Sacramento right now. So we go from Stockton Records, Scott Linesberg. Scott, please unmute yourself and go ahead. So yep, you should be ready, Scott.
Yeah. Hi, Gabe. How are you doing?
Hey, Scott. How you doing?
Did changing opponents? I know it's been a while, but did that change your training at all? That's the first question. Did it affect you how you prepared for this guy?
Not at all. Both of the opponents are pretty similar. Not too similar, but they're pressure fighters, so it was pretty much easy to adapt to the situation.
And secondly, you mentioned fighting for Stockton and everything, and just go a little more into why that's so important to you.
Yeah, it's really important because I got to make sure I'm successful, and I do what I got to do to show the kids in Stockton that they got a chance to do wherever they want, because I'm leading by example.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Scott. And next we go to Mr. Big Fry himself, Jake Donovan, boxing scene. Jake, please unmute and go ahead when ready.
Thanks, Evan. Appreciate it. Gabe, so I wanted to ask you, just mentioned that, you had to change opponents, you had to, make adjustments in training camp. With this fight, should you beat Jason Velez, do you feel like you're going to be ready for a title shot, or would you want to revisit someone like Andrew Cancio? And granted, I know you're not looking past this weekend, but I mean, as a reporter, I'm just trying to get a term of, long-term.
It would be lovely to get that fight with Andrew Cancio. But if we don't get it, like after this fight, I feel like I'll be ready for a title shot. I feel like I'll be ready but my performance isn't to say it all. I don't really got to say much. My performance isn't to say it all to show how much that separation of skills and level I am from Velez. I'm for sure stand out.
Okay, and then obviously I know he didn't get the win in his last fight, but what takeaways did you get from Jason Velez's last performance going against Oscar Valdez?
He's not gonna get discouraged. He's gonna keep on coming and coming and coming. Nothing really is gonna discourage him. He's gonna stick to his game plan. He's not really gonna he's not gonna bow down to nothing. He's gonna be there all night.
Thank you very much, Jake. And now we go to Puerto Rico. Cesar Seda, you're back. Please unmute when ready. Cesar, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm here.
Perfect.
Gabe, how you doing? How you doing again, Gabe?
Hey, good talking to you again. What's up?
Hey, like I said, we always have to keep it 100 with this situation of being a fighter. We saw this weekend, Bronco Lara went and beat Josh Warrington up there at his home, right? He was a hungry fighter. And we know for a fact that Jayson is coming to be a hungry fighter in front of you, a fighter that got all the experience over you. And now he just say in this conference, he say that he's acquiring that patience to face you. So how you see it now after his expression of being patient with you instead of going to put that pressure?
It don't matter what he do in there. It really doesn't. I'm gonna beat him at every game he wants to play. Experience, I got a lot of experience on my side. I got Jay Prince, I got Andre Ward, so maybe he's not even up on me on the experience side because I got a lot of experience in my corner. But they can't fight for me. I'm gonna be in there, and I'm that situation with that hungry guy going over there. Congratulations to him doing, but that's not this over here. We're something different. So I can't wait to show you and prove it. And I can't wait for a follow-up interview after the fight.
We'll see you back. We welcome back, and we wish you the best.
Appreciate it, my guy.
Thank you very much, Cesar. Hold on one second, just to make sure Gardy, please unmute. Hold on one second, just to make sure Gardy, please unmute when ready, and you should be good to go. All right, next we got a lot of questions here. Who do I go to do a random here? Ernesto Amador. Ernesto, unmute and go ahead.
Hey, Gabe, it's a pleasure to see you and talk to you. I do the blow by blow in your pro debut, and I never forget that you promised to your mother that you're going to be a world champion. Now you are closer than ever. And how is the feeling, dear Gabe?
It feels great. Like I said, I just can't wait to be in the moment and show more than talk. I'd rather show and be in there February 20th. So I'm excited and I'm ready. Locked and loaded.
Jason Velez knows that maybe he could be the last train for him, and he's going to take the chance. What are you willing to do in order to stop him?
Everything. But February 20th is just going to be a display of my greatness and show you how much I'm ready for a world title fight. I feel it's not going to be competitive at all.
Thank you very much, Ernesto. As a note, any of our Hispanic media, Puerto Rico, any of our Hispanic media, if you'd like to ask the questions in Spanish for Gabe, we can have Gardy there who can translate it back in Gabe's answer back in Spanish for you. So that of course is an option as well. Let's see who we've got here. We're going to actually go to the UK. Jonathan Nagyoff from Pro Boxing Fans. Jonathan, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Cheers, Evan. Hey, Gabe. You mentioned working with Jay Prince, Andre Ward. I just wondered what you can tell us on the impact he's had on your career. Has he given you any good advice you can tell us?
They both had a huge impact and great advice, so much advice from working on the inside with Andre Ward. He's been at the gym with me, telling me what to do, little pockets, little tactics I could do. So much experience. We could go in so much detail what they both have taught me so far that I've been with them, but it upped my game. I could say that for sure, I raised the level being with them.
All right, and next we will go to Lucas Kettle. Lucas, please unmute and go ahead when ready.
G, how was the inclusion of the track work? Yeah, what's up with it? How was the inclusion of track work with Pete Lopes? Saw it on your social media. That guy Celso and Da Vinci do a great job with that stuff. But how is that track work you're doing gonna improve this camp?
Improved hugely on my conditioning. You're gonna see February 20th when every round goes by, I'm not gonna be tired. I could keep a high pace through the whole 10 rounds if that's what we got to do. So my conditioning is not a question that I'm worried about.
Thank you very much, Lucas. Again, in order to ask a question, use the raise hand mechanism on the Zoom. If you can't figure that out, please send me a direct message. And we got a few more minutes with Gabe, so we will get to a couple more questions here. Miguel Maravilla, you have your hand raised, so please go ahead when ready. You are unmuted.
Hey, Gabriel, what's up, man? First of all, you mentioned good, man. You mentioned that this fight, it wasn't gonna, it's gonna be pretty much one-sided, that you're gonna take it. Is this Is this the year we finally see you fight for a world title? What's your outlook for this year?
That's what I believe. This is the year you will see me win a world title. That's the goal. But I want to see fight by fight if we get it. You know, we're just gonna keep on pushing, and the performance is everything, showing that I'm ready. So that's the main focus right now. Is February 20th and showing everybody that I'm ready for that stage.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And looks like we've got a couple final questions. Hold on one second. Ivan Montiel, your hand is raised. Please go ahead and ready.
Thanks, Evan. It's Ivan from Boxing Talk. Flores, I spoke to Velez, and as always, he wants to make it a war. So my question is, are you going to make it a war? Are you going to do what Velez wants, or are you just going to simply box?
I control the pace in the fight. I'm going to control everything. Whatever I'm doing in the ring is because I want to do it. Like I said, I'm going to be really controlling. I'm going to do whatever I want in there. I'm going to look like the most experienced fighter in there. I'm going to look like I was the one pro for longer years, for sure, in there. So I'm not going to give in to his game plan, is what I'm saying.
Thank you very much. And I think now we go back to your neck of the woods, Gabe. Again, Stockton and what is it, the Central Valley, Gabe, or not? Or is Stockton technically the Central Valley? I don't want to get it wrong.
It's northern Cali, but it's the Valley too.
God,
it's easy, but it's northern Cali.
I don't want to get that wrong. So I had to clarify. So from around your neck of the woods, Mike Rueda. Mike, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
All right, yeah, thank you. And yeah, it's we're considered all the same in a way, Central Valley, Stockton, and all that. So I got a couple questions for you, Gabe. First, you're from Stockton, but you did move out to Vegas, I believe a couple years back now. How has that helped you as your development as a fighter and the training that you've done since you've gotten to Vegas?
Well, we moved to Vegas just for that reason, because of the boxing and a lot of good sparring out here, a lot of good competition. So running Mount Charleston, so for sure helped a lot. And then once I moved here, I signed with Jay Prince, and that led to signing with Andre Ward. So I only went up and up since I moved to Vegas.
Perfect. And then the other question is going to be, obviously you're on a big card here. This is possibly, top 3 boxing events of the year so far. Yeah, it's been anticipated. What are you going to do? As you said already, you want to put on a show, but what is the main thing that you want to put on, to at the end of the event, instead of people talking about how great of a fight Valdez and Burchell is, to have everybody talking about, did you see what Gabriel Flores did?
Control the pace, look so in control, look fluent in there. So, like I said, I'm going in there making sure that I look like I'm ready for a world title. And to steal the show like that, I'm gonna have to really, I'm gonna make sure I throw a lot of combinations ready. I'm sorry. But I'll make sure I'm gonna throw a lot of combinations ready, push the action, switch it up, do a little bit of everything in there.
Thank you very much, Gabe. So yeah, before we let you go, I think Oscar just signed in. Any final thoughts? That you want to give to both the fans and the media, as we are now only 4 days away from fight night?
Just tune in February 20th and see an old school fighter in there.
All right, thank you very much. That is Stockton's King, Gabriel Flores Jr. Gabriel, thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you soon, sir.
All right, you'll be good.
All right, now I think we are ready for